Hey guys!
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Happy Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Greenwich Village. Right now, we're in Washington Square Park.
Oh, you know it.
James is going to set the scene. Most importantly, here's Hudson.
Hey guys, we're on the west side of the fountain, looking towards McDougal Street. And it's just gorgeous out here. It's about 69 degrees.
We have a special haunted tour today.
We got some haunted spots to talk about.
Cue music.
Don't be frightened, guys. I'll be using that sound effect through Hudtober. And Hudson's running out to get something, a leaf. And he's doing great. Beautiful day. Hope you're having a nice, relaxing Sunday in the park. Like I said, 69 degrees. Just a beautiful day. A couple white clouds, but mainly
really
blue
beautiful.
sky.
Really beautiful.
Primarily blue sky. Leaves haven't changed yet in the park. They usually change the end of October into November even.
Yeah,
it's always a lot later here.
It depends how warm it stays, but yeah, we don't know yet. You know when that peak leaf changing is going to
Johnny doesn't know,
right?
Yeah, doesn't know. We got.
Hey Ivan, hey Miriam Mancini, hey Sharon Pasquale, Mad Max is in the chat. Sharon L, Vincent Padula, Kevin,
hey Vincent,
Chadley, Asin Boy, Greg B, DC322, Jason Morris, Nick G, our moderator, Fifi Marie, Asin Boy, Sharon L. I think I'm caught up. Thank you for joining.
Street performers setting up on his bike there.
Yeah, there's music playing right now. It doesn't seem like it's a spooky setting, but grab your snacks.
Yeah, it might get downright creepy today, guys, so...
Right. Grab your snacks.
Get under your blankets. Draw the blinds. Pour some hot cocoa. Get ready.
Maybe even a drink.
Yeah, a grog.
Right. You know, because if you're at the faint of heart, you know, you might need something to revive you.
To fortify you, yeah.
Right, to revive you.
Some fortified wine.
Oh, Wendy saying hi, JK and Hudson. Here's sweet boy Hudson. You know, we always have Hudson on our ghost tours, our haunted tours, because dogs have supposedly a sense of the presence of spirits and
demons.
Well, anything. Yeah.
Anything supernatural or paranormal.
Now you see that.
Here, you want to move over to shade?
Oh yeah. Let's. Better for you too, right? Now, as you see, we just moved over on a bench.
Yeah. Twerking. James is twerking.
Now, that guy, it's almost like as if he is a ghost, because he just.
He's frozen there on the bike.
He's like frozen in time on that bicycle. Like that's basically, it's almost like a ghost sighting.
It is though.
It's almost like a ghost sighting in the center of the screen there. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. If you put money in his basket, he rings his bell.
Oh, what's at the old Bleecker Street record store? The Bleecker Street record store, the original location or Bleecker Bob's. If you're referring to Bleecker Bob's, you know, like a restaurant went in there. And then that closed. I forget exactly what's there now, but some sort of food.
It was sushi.
Yeah, like a sushi place or something like that. It's not a record store. It was not replaced by another record store.
Right.
Cynthia Orr checking in.
Hey, Cynthia.
Welcome aboard. Nick G, the picture that you sent of the kitten is adorable that you guys rescued. Super adorable.
Yeah, adorable.
Mark is second saying hi. Stuart Bryce is second saying hi. Hudson is already looking for...
Oh, there's a piece of bread there.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Keep
He's
Hudson busy the
spotted
whole
a
time.
piece of bread, guys. Right here is a piece of bread.
A heel.
Or no, I think it might be. I don't
It's
know.
a heel of bread.
Is
It is.
Is it bread or is it a donut
No,
piece?
it's a. Oh. Well, now you got my interest.
Hey, the investigator.
Hey, investigator. Guys, couldn't be prettier out here. We're going to cover a few
Yeah.
haunted spots for you today.
It's all about
We're just getting started.
Hudtober. Hudtober is our way of saying October because it's October.
Just gives
But we
James
call it
a
Hudtober because
second to
Hudson
wake up.
Hudson loves the month of October because it's all about spooky things,
Spooky things with Hudson.
candy.
Candy.
You know, who doesn't love
With
candy?
Does?
You know, who doesn't love candy? And spooky sights and sounds.
Yeah, with the Hudson.
Look at this. He's laying down now. He
Yeah,
still
staring at
has
the bread.
right. He still has his eye on that bread. He will not forget. He's like the bread ghost is right there.
Yeah. Bread ghost.
Yeah. As in,
Yeah.
boy, you're right. The ghost tube app, we'll have that handy. Hey, Ridgewood 237's
Yeah, happy ghost tube app.
joining in. So, James, did you want to should I just do a little peripheral walk around the park?
The fountain, yeah.
And then you can stay here
Yeah.
because then I'll talk about all the different sites.
That sounds
Or should I
good.
talk
Maybe
about
you
some of
kick
them?
that bread, out of sight.
So yeah. So guys, before we
Hold
do,
your bag.
no, I got it. So before we do our haunted tour, I'm gonna kick this piece of bread away. So it's out of sight, out of mind. Good. I kicked the piece of bread out of the way. So guys, we are in Washington Square Park. Washington Square Park is one of the sites in Greenwich Village, New York City, that's haunted. Now this, you might think this is a ghost right here because it's not moving. You might think it's a ghost, but it's not a ghost. It's just a street performer. He remains frozen in place. But, I mean, you might think that it's actually a ghost. You never know. Oh my God. Oh. Look at this little puppy. I have to come over. Hudson has a new puppy friend. Hi, sweet puppy. Is this Puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. This is Hudson. He's very friendly. You can come over. Don't be nervous. And what's your puppy's name?
Harriet.
Oh, this is Harriet. Oh. Now, guys, this has nothing to do with ghosts. This is this is a cute little doggy that wanted to say hi to Hudson. Oh, Harriet, are you trying to eat leaves? Oh, Harriet. You don't want to eat that, Harriet. Hudson had his eye on a piece of bread before. Oh. How old is Harriet? Around 4 months?
Almost 8 months.
8 months. Oh. So all the adult teeth are in now.
I mean, I guess so.
Very
I only
cute.
had her for I got her when she was 6 months.
Oh, nice. Well, she's adorable. She's really, really adorable. Thanks, Harriet, for saying hi. You're very cute. You got the cutest little smile. Yeah, love at first sight. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, you want to hold Mr. Hudson?
I got the Hudster.
That was very cute, saying hi to Harriet. So, guys, let's walk around and just take in some of the beauty of Washington Square Park. And we're going to talk about why it's one of the most haunted sites in Manhattan. But first, we'll take a look around on this beautiful fall day because it's beautiful. Look at the purple flowers. Look at that. So pretty. Look at the blue sky, guys. Look at this gorgeous blue sky. Oh, Nick G says, I like her glasses. Mean Green says, this is my first time in this chat. I would like to get to know James, Karla, and Mr. Hudson. Oh, welcome, Mean Green. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate the support. Welcome to our chat family. That's what we like to call it, a chat family. Now, Greenwich Village has many haunted locations, and Washington Square Park is one of many haunted locations. And we're going to talk about why it's haunted, but first we're going to just show you the picture of the present day park, because the hauntings relate to its past. So we're going to go kind of from the present, and then we'll go back to the past and explain why this park is haunted. Oh yeah, we have a late summer. We're already having autumn here and plenty of rain. Yeah, today, no, it's gorgeous. It doesn't feel like fall at all. It's like, it's not too warm. Like nearing 70 degrees. I mean, look at the fountain. You don't think of fall when you see this. Look at that. How pretty is that? All the trees are still very, very, very green. I don't think these leaves are going to change anytime soon. Not within at least a few weeks. Now you can see in the distance the spire of the One World Trade Center there. A lot of musical performers. Washington Square Park is always a place where music's going on. More cowbells, please. What do you think? Oh, that sounds so pretty. Doesn't it?
I got something you said 10, and then you said, oh, I'm at 12. I didn't even say I'm at 12.
Hey Rev Jen, how are you? Hi Carol, hey Alex Brow. Sharon Armstrong says it's our favorite place. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day here in New York City. You can see there's some white puffy clouds in the sky. We're here in Washington Square Park, the heart of Greenwich Village. It's beautiful. Lots of people out enjoying the sun, enjoying the beautiful warm temperature. There's different musical performers. There's people selling artwork. There's all sorts of stuff going on. And there's a view of the Empire State Building, you see. Always looking good. Hey, Bombi Rivera saying good afternoon, Karla and James. Oh yes, Nick G, we saw Ray the other day. He's doing well. Ray is doing well. Happy to say that he's doing well. Staying strong. This is the beautiful Washington Square Park arch. It's not the original arch.
Really. That's a personality.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous. just around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it was 69 degrees before, but it might have gone up a degree because of the sun. You can see kids playing on the grass. So let's take a walk around. We'll loop back towards James. I'm going to just show you some more of the present day atmosphere of Washington Square Park. And then we're going to talk about its haunted past, because it definitely has a haunted past. Oh yeah, locomotives, forget about it. Beautiful artwork. In the fall, later in the fall, because it is fall, but the leaves haven't changed. But these trees change a beautiful hue. I mean, they'll look beautiful. Brown Eyed Girl says, biggest smile on my face. Dog's name is Jackson. Oh, extra good. Now this is the Washington Square Park dog run. You can see some doggos having fun in there. Oh, Wendy enjoyed the short we created. Yeah, guys, if you missed yesterday's live stream, we went on to a haunted tour of Times Square and Grand Central Terminal. And in Times Square, Hudson met a police officer who he fell in love with. He gave kisses to him, and it was adorable. We created a little short if you haven't seen it. But you know sweet boy Hudson. Always making friends. Yes, it is. It's just around 70 degrees Fahrenheit today. So it is. It's not like hot, but it's not cool. Now, what we're going to talk about is the hauntings of Washington Square Park. Now, I'm going to show you a little map about Washington Square Park. I'm going to talk about why it's the haunted spot that it is today. Washington Square Park is haunted because it was a potter's field. Yes, you heard right. What you see now with this beautiful park, the fountain, the arch, imagine going back to the 1800s when it was a potter's field. And there's actually 20,000 people buried underneath this park, because it was also used for public hangings and as a pauper's funeral area until 1823. And in 1965, workers excavated the site and they found a room full of bodies. Now, here's a little map showing this area. See where we are. Here's University Place. Here's Waverly Place. We're here. So we're right here. This whole area of the park was a potter's field from 1797 to 1825. And then when they actually did some work and they unearthed in 2009 a headstone belonging to James Jackson, and that headstone is right here in the park. So we're like literally right around the area of it, and the remains were found during construction. No remains were found within the headstone, and no other headstones have been found in the park during subsequent archaeological excavations. But in the late 18th century, when James Jackson was laid to rest, a large portion of what is now known as Washington Square Park was that huge potter's field. See, unidentified, the indigent, and those who died of yellow fever were buried in unmarked graves. So now there was a church cemetery, partially or all within the potter's field. So there's a church cemetery here. We'll go check out all these things. And we're here. Now, the headstone that they found, James Jackson, well, he was an Irish immigrant born in County Kildare, and he resided at the time of his death in 1799 at 19 East George Street, now known as Market Street. He was employed as a watchman, and he died of yellow fever. Because for a good while, all the people who died of yellow fever were buried at Washington Square Park. And then in 1825, the burial ground was converted to a parade ground, and subsequently to the park like it is today in 1827. So right where all these structures were is where they found that gravestone. And there's more hauntings. So all these people that were buried underneath their park, their spirits are said to haunt the park to this day. Here's another view of the dog run. So we're going to switch back from present day to past, back and forth today during the chat, because there's so many things to talk about with Washington Square Park. But I wanted to point out that little plaque because it's very, it's very memorable to talk about it. Now I'm going to walk around the edge, and then we're going to loop back to where James is sitting. And we'll go on a little bit more of a tour of some of the little haunted sites where ghosts have been reported to be seen. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, Squirrel, look at him. Mr. Squirrel, have you seen ghosts? Have you seen any ghosts here in Washington Square Park? Who knows what the squirrels might have seen, right? Wow. So now this area of the park, this western corner of the park, it's has a lot of chess sets. There's a lot of chess players around over here. So hold on, guys. I have to go right through here. We're just going to go quickly because there's kind of music playing right there. So I'm going to quickly walk through that area. Good. Get away from the copyrighted music. Okay, now I can slow down again. Jeffrey Wu says it's a nice sunny day. Yes, it is. Really beautiful. Joseph Taylor saying hi. Now, here's some more jazz music. I mean, you walk through the park today and you're like, oh, I don't see any ghosts. I don't feel any spirits. It seems like a, lively happening spot, but there are a lot of ghosts here. Lots and lots of ghosts. Nice jazz music. So we're making our way back to James and Hudson to check in on whether they've spotted any ghosts. Let's go check in right now. Now, you might think that's a ghost because he's so still, but that's a live person. It's not a ghost. Don't be nervous. James, I found a plaque. Here's Mr. Hudson. Now, Hudson,
Where the bodies.
have you seen any ghosts while I was walking around the park?
Be a couple. A couple possibilities.
Joseph, that is one of the places we're going to go to, Joseph.
Yeah.
Just hold on, Joseph.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Magic Princess does the film in the 80s, the movie Ghostbusters. Yeah, the Ghostbusters, they really didn't, I don't think Washington Square Park
They
was,
might have used the
you know,
top of one of these buildings.
right, they might have used it briefly because the Ghostbusters firehouse was in Tribeca. That's where the filming location, but if you remember, they did use Columbia University. They did use a lot of filming locations for the
we always do a
Ghostbusters.
little roundup of that also.
Mark, it wasn't a. James and I didn't really meet at a park. It was more like a.
Basketball court.
It was a basketball court.
Like a school playground.
It was just like a school playground,
It
Mark.
was, after school got out.
Right after school got out, it was a school playground. It wasn't a
With
park.
basketball hoops and picnic tables.
Right.
I remember it vividly.
Hudson says he has seen, but he's not afraid of any ghosts. Yes. I'm not afraid of no ghosts. So guys, let me continue on the story of why Washington Square Park is so haunted. I showed the plaque and they have a nice map showing how huge. I mean, it's most of the park, the present day park was the Potter's Field.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So there's 20,000 people buried underneath Washington Square Park. And I showed the on the map just how much of the park was a Potter's Field. And James and I will take a little walk to the other side of the park where we're going to show you where they did public hangings. So that all went on until right,
Bob
all
Dylan.
went on until 1823. Right, the Bob Dylan song.
Desolation Row.
Yeah, Hudson looks very happy today. Definitely. If Mr. Hudson could speak, how do you think his voice would sound? Ah, a happy voice.
Yeah.
A happy voice.
But authoritative.
Paul McDonough says Newsham Park Asylum by me, that the people are always quitting, that they won't work there. Oh, hey,
So
Tiger
haunted.
Lily, how are you?
Why is that park so haunted?
Exactly. Tiger Lily, we're doing a haunted tour of spots in Greenwich Village. Right now, we're in one of the most haunted places in New York City, which is Washington Square Park, because prior to you seeing the present day park of today, it was a Potter's Field, and there's actually over 20,000 people buried under this park. It was used as a Potter's Field and for public hangings until 1823. So from the late 1700s until 1823, they buried people here. Now, Con Ed workers in 1965 excavated the site and they found a room full of bodies containing 25 skeletons. And then in 2015, when they were laying a new water main along Washington Square Park East, which we'll walk over to, they found so it was Washington Square Park East.
Oh, I thought it was over here.
They found 2 vaults containing dozens of
I know
coffins.
they've been over here too, though.
The remains were reinterred, and the Parks Department, that's when they added that engraved paver to mark the site. So,
Found it over here too.
no. So do you want to walk around
Yeah.
and let's go walk around and let's show where they did the public hangings, and let's look for some ghosts now. I think we should go on a ghost hunt right now. Now, mostly ghostly presences are known to come out in the evening.
The freaks come out.
Right, the freaks come out. So we may not see a ghost during the day.
I'm gonna get up. Give me my phone. And when we're over by the tree, I'll get that going.
Now, James, did you check the present temperature at all?
La temperatura, 72.
It is 72 degrees Fahrenheit right now, guys. So I don't know if that plays into it, whether ghosts,
Stuff all over here.
yeah, be careful there. Just be careful where Hudson walks.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, keep him on a tight. Yeah, this Guys, as you can see, this part of the park is a little on the sketchy side. So, you know, use caution. Use caution
Wear thick-soled shoes.
when walking towards the western section of the park. You know, it's gotten a little overrun with the sketchiness in,
Come on, Hudson.
you know, the past few years.
Yeah, a little off color.
But the reason we're going into this corner of the park
Oh.
is
Hudson.
this giant tree right here is known as the hanging tree. This tree is this super old tree that was here before the park even became its present day park. So this is they call this the hanging tree. The hanging tree. So we're
Let's see if
going
we
to
pick
get,
up anything. Let's go right over by it.
look, somebody even put this tree is 300 years old.
300 years.
Yeah, from it's.
Wow.
I mean, or you know,
That's almost as
I
old
think
as
unless you chop it, you're not going to know. Yeah. So
Do you put your stuff on YouTube?
Yes. James and Karla.
we're going to see if we you know, because of the hanging tree, we're going
Alleged.
alleged hanging tree. We're going to see if we hear any spirits. We're listening.
Is it the alleged hanging tree?
Yes.
This is the alleged hanging tree.
Because they say people were actually executed?
Yeah.
Right. They were public hangings.
And
That's
then
a
other
definite.
folks say no one at all was ever executed.
But there were public hangings
So
here.
why do you say alleged?
Because a lot of people argue.
They don't know if this is the exact tree,
I see.
but
you know,
it's-
because there's no like,
it's a good candidate.
right, but it is a really old tree, so it could be the tree where they did the public hangings. They definitely did public hangings in the park
In what years was that? Were those-
from the late 1700s, and then they found 20,000 bodies buried underneath the park when they did an excavation. So it was used as a potter's field until 1823.
I see. I know Robert Moses wanted to run a freeway through.
Yeah,
it.
right.
Right,
From
yeah.
Fifth Ave, yeah. Fifth Avenue, right across.
So guys, we have this app called the Ghost Tube app.
See?
You see Ghost Tube, and it picks up, it's listening now for spirits. It picks up spirits.
Let's go over near it.
Yeah, so let's go close to the tree, as close as possible to the tree. Now, don't you have that other one too, or
yeah,
is that
I'm gonna do that too.
Now, you see a lot of nuts on the ground.
Hey,
so
hey.
I think
Hey.
if we could talk to a squirrel, I think that would be helpful.
Yeah. Here's Hudson. Guys, I got the ghost tube running. Showing the crack in the tree. Spirits usually sleep during the day, so let me get the other thing up, the SLS.
Yes. Let's see what Hudson's picking up. Hudson, are you detecting any spirits? Hudson's sniffing around. He is sniffing. He's sniffing around. James, Hudson is sniffing around. He has his note. He has his pizza collar and pizza.
Oh, they'll let us know.
So he is sniffing around. He's looking. He's watching, listening.
See guys, this will pick up any human form spirits. Let's show you what it does when you show a regular person. See? That's a person.
Right.
Now sometimes, like we saw at the Merchant House, it shows there's a person when no person is there.
Right.
That's a good hint.
R.J.
It's a-
Wertheimer says, "Watch to see if Hudson's ears perk up."
It's
So
a
let's
hint and a half. that
let's
there's
watch
spirits.
let's watch Hudson here.
Yeah, I want to
Give
show
me
more
Hudson.
of the tree. Yeah.
Let's just keep an eye on Hudson for now. Let's see if it. Yes, we have some live streams planned for when it's dark, but this is this part of the park in the dark isn't for its own reasons, haunted. Right, James?
Yeah, it's unsavory.
Yeah, it's a little unsavory here in the evening. So, you know, this is the sketchy side of the park. So that's why we have some other areas in mind to visit in the evening to go ghost hunting. Yeah, Wendy says Hudson's ears will let you know.
You want to walk and see if we can find the tile on this side? Because I know
Well, I'm
going to
show you. I'm going to show you the map again.
Okay.
So let's go and check out the. I'm going to show. We're going to show the map again.
Okay.
It's by the bathroom.
Oh.
So
Turn this off.
exactly.
Well, yeah. Let me take Hudster.
So the
Let's
ghost,
make our
the
way
ghost
over there.
tube app has not picked up on anything.
Nothing conclusive.
Nothing conclusive. James, let's avoid. There was a lot of.
Well, that's.
We'll go this way,
Yeah.
and then we'll cut around
Yeah, yeah.
for some. Because I, walked that way before.
Yeah.
So right now we're at Washington Square West,
Yep.
and we're gonna show on the map again where they found
Hi.
the headstone.
Yeah.
Because they found a headstone, James.
Sure.
Now, when you went and you cut through, let's do that. Let's do that way.
Yeah.
Wild Bill, yes. Welcome to the first Hudtober Sunday. This is another haunted tour. We did our first haunted tour of the month of October, otherwise known as Hudtober, yesterday. Now you might, again, think this is a ghost, but this is not a ghost. This is a person who's a performance artist, but he stands ghostly still. He just sits on that bicycle, also ghostly still, but it's not a ghost. So that would not be our first ghost sighting of the day.
Ruled that one out.
Right, ruled that one out.
Cross that out. That is not a ghost.
Right. So let's just scan around, see if there's any other potential
we thought it
ghosts.
was.
Right. No ghost sightings yet. But look at all the pretty flowers, James. Aren't they?
Oh,
Look at these.
spectacular this time of year.
Look at those. Look at those purple flowers, guys. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm not sure if we're going to be live streaming Brenda on Tuesday, but we'll watch out for the food. That's awesome. Pre-birthday. We could always sing a pre-birthday to you tomorrow during our puzzle build. Excellent. And then we'll have some water and everything, you know. yards. Let me show the beautiful fountain. So we have not seen any ghosts yet. Guys, I'm being a little bit more quiet than usual because we're looking for ghosts. I mean, it's doubtful that we'll see one in, you know, a beautiful sunny day like today.
Yeah, but other things
But
have happened.
you never know.
You never
Ever know.
With ghosts, anything's on the table.
So now, going back to the map to show you exactly where the 20,000 people who were buried in this park are located. So here, we are here at this part of the park. This is the main fountain.
Okay.
And now, this is West 4th Street, McDougal, University,
Gotcha.
Waverly Place.
And where's the headstone?
The headstone was found right here,
Okay. So we have to go
by
out
West 4th Street.
Yeah, so let's go out this way. This is where we got Hudson Dosa.
Right,
And we'll go right around.
right. And we're right here by
Okay, so
the dog run. So this whole area
What's Potter Street?
is Potter's Field. So from the late 1700s to 1825 is when Washington Square Park was a Potter's Field, from 1797 to 1825. And the spirits of the many people who have been buried here. Want to see if Hudson needs water?
Sure.
Might as well.
Okay.
Because, ghost hunting is thirsty work.
Yeah, Hudson's got to keep his nose wet.
Ghost hunting is thirsty work.
Yeah.
So it's just like a combination of math and statistics applied to finance. But later I can apply
Now, if you guys notice, I am wearing a shirt of somebody that's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But he's not buried here in Washington Square Park.
No.
Elvis Presley is not buried here in
No.
Washington Square
Elvis
Park.
has left the building.
Hudson, come and try to. You want some water, sweet boy? You thirsty?
What?
Hutch, you want any water? A little water? Yes. Ghost hunting is thirsty work, James.
Yes, it is.
Good boy.
Honey? The pigeon, I think.
Oh, more food?
Pigeons.
Would you like some water, James? And then I'll put it away. Carol says that's spooky. I was listening to Elvis on my headphones on my way to work this morning. Oh my
Oh.
God, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Carol, we're on the same wavelength. Now, if I remember correctly, his remains are at Graceland, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, I believe that. I've never been to Graceland. Let us know in the comments if you've ever been to Graceland. But the ghost of Elvis Presley is not buried
Loves the
here.
peanut butter and banana.
Right, he's not buried here in Washington Square Park. However, in all seriousness, 20,000 people were buried here in Washington Square Park. And before it was a park, it was a potter's field. And that is why it's one of the most haunted spots in New York City.
Look at the roses.
Right, it looks beautiful today. It looks like tranquil and lively on a weekend. But it wasn't always that way.
A ghost free-for-all.
Yes.
A ghost melee.
Yeah, he
Bedlam.
is buried in Graceland.
Peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's what I always remember.
But I tried to be on theme.
Yeah.
I tried to be on theme with our ghost haunted tour. So I figured, okay, I will wear something you're related to somebody that's passed away. No longer with us.
So it should be.
Along
out here.
West 4th Street. Yeah.
It should be out here.
Linda
No
Saffel's been to Graceland, and Elvis and his parents are buried there. Yeah, so there's I don't know if it's haunted by him.
We're going to win this race.
Oh, I think I might see a plaque. Is this a plaque right here?
It's over here.
All right,
It
so
really
guys,
was.
we're going to look for the exact spot.
That's where the map's at.
Right, I don't know if they put a marker out here as well, but we're going to look for the marker for the actual gravestone that they found. They found an actual gravestone of a person that died in the late 1700s and who was buried here in Washington Square Park. Of course, before it became a park, it was the Potter's Field. So basically, it's somewhere along here. I think that was the marker. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's it. Like,
Let's just walk to the end of the dog run at that.
so I think maybe it's by where the dog run was.
Well, let's see. Let's not jump to conclusions. Even though we have a jump to conclusions mat at home. Let's just look here for any signs.
Annie says Hudtober is the best time of year.
Hudtober. I don't see anything, do you?
Yeah, I don't see any other marker, but this is where they
walk
dug
to
up
The end of the dog run.
the gravestone was right here.
But we're
Because
gonna
like
walk
they're
back.
saying you were here and they were kind of pointing
Yes,
that way.
over that way. Let's go
Right.
down that way again.
No, so I don't think there is. I think it's because of the dog run entrance. I
Okay.
think that's it. So
Yeah, I wanna
right
look in
along
the
here.
woods a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna look again to see
Plantings.
if they put any other indicator. Oh my God, there's the tiniest little mouse.
No. Heavens and heavens.
So we're looking for any marker because this is where the gravestone would be right here.
Oh, look, you could ask the New York Park guy.
Look. Oh yes. Now there's a lot of holes in the ground.
That's from the mice.
Yes.
I want to see if it's over here.
If we think about the logistics of it, it would be like right in this.
Right in this little
It would be
clearing.
right in this corner. Like,
Yeah, let's look hard.
according to the map.
There's a stone. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
No, I don't think so. And there's a ball from a dog.
Yeah.
So somewhere like right around here
Is where they
is
found
where
it.
they unearthed the headstone.
Oh, look, there's a pole, but that's a sprinkler, I think.
Yeah, that's a sprinkler. They don't say that there's any marker. I think that might have been it, James. I think that's it for the indicators, James.
Okay. All right.
Somebody's left a dress behind.
Yeah, a dashiki.
Huh.
It's like a dashiki.
But I don't see any in like marker where they actually found that gravestone. So it's somewhere. It's somewhere along here because there's McDougal Street right there,
Right.
and it was clearly before McDougal Street.
And it was, yeah, right where the Dosa cart was.
Right. Exactly. So Con Ed workers in 1965 excavated a site and found a room full of bodies containing 25 skeletons. And then in 2015 is when workers were laying a new water main along Washington Square Park East. So should we go back in the park and then come back out on Washington Square Park East and then start looking? Yes. So let's look for they found 2 vaults containing dozens of coffins.
All right.
So let's check the map again.
Let's just look right here, though.
Right, and then let's check the map again, just
Yeah.
to be on the safe side.
Guys, I see nothing. It is like a mound, though.
Yeah. Cheeky Chops used to live on McDougal and West 3rd. Now,
right
Cheeky
here.
Chops, when you lived right here next to Washington Square Park, did you ever encounter any spirits? Did you ever see any hauntings?
Any hauntings?
Because this is known as one of the most haunted places in Manhattan. Oh, look at these cute guys going into the park. Dog run. Oh.
Like Alfred.
And he was like pulling up.
So let's consult the map again, just one more time, James. And then,
You're not looking on our walk, so they are allowed to sit.
yeah, it's just that they might have, I don't think they put up more than that marker. That was it. Now there are restrooms right here. So guys, wouldn't you agree that the James Jackson headstone, I mean, it's literally, see, there it,
Yeah.
oh, it would be right by McDougal then.
No, we saw it. We looked right there.
Yeah, we were right there. So they don't have a marker per se.
See the headstone on Earth.
Right here.
Yeah. The
See?
what's that say? Remain interned. Reinterred. So they reburied everything.
Right. All right. So
So let's head over to here.
we're gonna go. Yeah. Let's look at the corner of University
Yeah.
and
let's cut
Waverly.
right through the park,
Perfect.
and then we have
Excellent.
the church.
So, guys, we're gonna go check out one more spot. The corner of University and
Washington Square Park North.
oh, hey Radhika, thanks for joining us. We haven't seen you in a while. We hope all is well. We hope your sister is doing better. Thank you so much for joining us. We're on a little spooky tour of Greenwich Village, showing many of its haunted spots. And Washington Square Park is one of the most haunted spots in all of Manhattan because prior to it being a park, in 1825, it was a potter's field where 20,000 people are buried. Yeah, which way would you like to go, James?
Right through.
Yeah, let's go back to the center and then we'll cut through that way. That's the scenic route.
We need more cowbell.
Oh, your sister says hello. Oh, thank you, Radhika. Tell her we say hello right back.
Need more cowbell.
Oh, Star Trek 1965 says we're glad we're feeling better. Thank you so much. Oh, look, there's a wedding.
Nice.
Oh, congratulations to the bride. Congratulations. Oh, that's amazing. It's always nice someone starting their life
Together.
Look at the girls climbing in the fountain there. Oh, Carol looked it up. The headstone is now in the building where the map is.
Oh.
Right, so that's where it was. It's like right behind, like basically where the building is located now. So the bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Basically the bathroom
Well,
is.
it smells, you know.
So basically, they found the headstone where the bathrooms are now located. Good to know. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Yeah, isn't the arch beautiful, guys? Look at that. Washington Square Arch. So gorgeous. Looking so pretty today against the blue sky. What a beautiful day today, guys. We're so lucky. Beautiful temperature. 72 degrees Fahrenheit currently. There's a nice breeze in the air. Low humidity.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, and then we'll walk from one corner to the next. Mrs. K says, I love this area, it's so pretty. Isn't it? I mean, it's hard to imagine that it was once a potter's field. It really is hard to imagine that it was a potter's field at one point, because it's just it's so beautiful now. I mean, now I want to show you something else very moving. This tree was planted by the NYU community as a symbol of life and hope to commemorate the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. So look at this pretty tree that they planted. It's growing beautiful. You know, because we're talking about death, I mean, it's nice to talk about a symbol of, you know, of life as well.
Yeah. I see.
Yes, B, we are in Washington Square Park because Washington Square Park is one of the most haunted places in Manhattan because it was once a potter's field. From the late 1700s up until 1923, it was a potter's field. And they also did public hangings, and the spirits of those who were buried here, as well as the spirits of the people who were hung here, are said,
church graveyard.
Right, said to haunt the park.
Yeah.
Right, well that Judson Memorial Church had a graveyard as well. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, picture perfect day.
Let's go down the east side of the park here.
So we're gonna stay now on the east side of the park. We're on University Place because this is where when Con Ed workers were digging. And it looks like they're doing more work now. You see the sidewalk is closed, but they were digging on this side of the park. In 1965, they excavated a site and found a room full of bodies containing 25 skeletons. Then in 2015, they were installing a new water main along Washington Square Park East. And that's when they found 2 vaults containing dozens of coffins.
So look right here. This is kind of a quiet spot.
Right, and when you look at that map, they do show it over here.
Over this area, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
this
guys,
was
let's
both
see
the
if
Potter's Field and the church graveyard.
right. Look at little.
Squirrel just trying to get a nut.
Yes, Mean Green. We have visited the 9/11 Memorial. We have live streamed from there in the past. You can look in our playlist. We have been there, and it's a beautiful sight. Jody Grubbs just sent us $10. Hi,
you,
James,
Jody.
Karla, and awesome. The best dog, Hudson. What a nice day, and always a wonderful video. I learned so much from you all, and your videos and the haunted information is amazing. God bless you. Oh, thank you so much, Jody Grubbs. Let me show you sweet boy Hudson. And I think
Thanks,
that
Jody.
calls for a treat
For
Hudson.
Hudson.
Let me take Hudson. Let's give him a treat, guys.
Jody, fantastic job.
Thank you, Jody.
Here, get Hudson in the shade.
Come here, Mr. Hudson.
There he is. He was a little lit.
Okay. Now I still have some Bocce's bakery treats. This is from the lady Dula and her doggy Vito. Hudson's
Who's that
new
lady?
friend.
Who's that lady?
Here we go. Ready? Good boy. And another one. One more.
Mhm.
3 times the charm.
Nice
Boy,
job.
Hudson. Oh,
Fantastic job, Huds.
Hudson's like, oh, thank God they didn't want treats because those
Yeah,
treats
those
are
are
mine.
my treats.
Those treats are mine. Thank God. I know
Right.
you're just being,
You give him
kind.
treats, there's going to be static.
Right. I know you're just being kind, trying to pawn my treats on to others.
Yeah.
But those treats were given to me by our
For me.
channel supporter,
And for my use.
the lady Thula
Only
and
me.
Vito, and they were only for me. Oh, guys. Yeah, so I don't see any other markers here. So guys, let's go to our, does Hudson want to sniff? We have another haunted site very close by that we're going to visit now.
Let's go.
The world would be a much better place if there were more people just like James, Karla, and Mr. Hudson. Oh, thank you, Mean Green. That's very sweet of you. We appreciate those kind words. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Emmy. How are you, Emmy? Now, many of the buildings surrounding Washington Square Park are owned by NYU because this is their main area of their campus. So you see this building, this is their Center for Arts and Science. The buildings across the street are owned by NYU. All of these buildings are owned by NYU. That's why you see all the purple flags because, the NYU school colors are purple. That's the Academic Resource Center across the way. All these buildings are owned by NYU. Now we come to another haunted spot.
Yeah, I'm going to get the ghost tube out.
This is a memorial to the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire was, it was a tragic event that happened in New York City, and we're going to talk about it as we walk around here. In 1911, this is another haunted spot. There was a tragic fire at this building. The building housed a company called the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. The building's name is the Ash Building. And on March 25th in 1911, there was a tragic fire. And I'm going to show you, it's best to show you from across the street because the garment workers, who are mostly women and children, because at that time, these factories basically, people called them sweatshops. They, you know, they employed mainly poor women, immigrants, women and children, and they were working on the upper floors of the building. And the fire broke out, and what happened was the management had locked the doors to the exits because they had been accusing the women and the children who were working at the factory of stealing from them.
Pilfering.
So they would actually lock them inside while they were working, so they couldn't.
Scraps of cloth.
So they couldn't steal scraps of cloth and sell them or use them for their own purposes. So they had locked them inside. So when the fire tragically broke out, they couldn't get out. There was no way of escaping, and a lot of them jumped to their deaths.
It just said cupboard.
Oh!
It just said cupboard. The ghost tube app just said cupboard.
So there, tragically, the women and children who died here at this building
I wonder if that's significant.
are said to haunt this. So James, let's get closer to the building.
Yeah.
Let's get closer to the building now. Just recently,
Taylor, if you're in the house, look up if cupboard had anything.
Right, but it's because the covered is because the exits were covered.
No, cupboard, like cupboard.
Like a cupboard.
Like
Well,
a
they.
cupboard.
So let's talk about this tragic event. These are quotes that I want to read because they made this beautiful memorial and they etched people's names. All the names of the victims are etched, and then there's little quotes below of some of the survivors and some of the people who witnessed the tragedy. All I could hear was the fire burning. Here I thought I would die. Here was the end. That was Rose Cohen, a feller hand. So she actually worked. Right, this tells a story. On the afternoon of March 25th, 1911, 146 workers at the Triangle Shirtwaist factory died here in the space of 15 minutes. Most of them were immigrants or the children of immigrants. Nearly all of them were women and girls. They died from smoke and fire, huddled under their workbenches or trying to break down the doors the factory owners had locked against them. They died leaping from the windows on the 9th floor, falling so hard that they smashed through the sidewalk beneath our feet. So you can imagine, all along the sidewalk here, tragically, were bodies. And they died from the cruel, died trying to save one another, and they died from the cruel indifference of their bosses and the negligence of the city authorities. And their deaths inspired a fight for social justice.
Show how.
And
Take note.
Take note.
I just started showing the names. Show how the names, they're up here and they reflect in there. Take note. Take note, all capitals.
Yeah, so you can see, look at them in the reflection. You see, those are the names written here. And then look how they reflect in the black.
It just said take note, guys, the ghost tube app.
So we're getting a presence here. Guys, we're sadly getting a presence. Now, let's show all the names.
Here, let me follow.
I broke the window of the elevator door and screamed, fire, fire, fire. It was so hot we could scarcely breathe. My dress was catching fire. Irene Sevel, machine operator. Now, all these names are the names of the women and children who died.
Take note.
Yeah, so the ghost tube app is picking up spirits' voices, and one of them said take note, which makes perfect sense. I thought they would come down one at a time. They came down with arms entwined, 3 and even 4 together.
That's the jumpers.
So that's the fire battalion chief talking about the girls who jumped from the 9th floor. Yeah, isn't this a beautiful? I mean, look at how they did this. They engraved the names up there, and then they reflect in here. So it's kind of like, you know, like the 9/11 reflecting pool. The names are reflecting in the beautiful granite. Those who watched saw those who fell. They watched them every inch of the way and probably heard The roaring thuds that we heard. William Gunn Shepard, a reporter. Yeah, it's tragic, and it's a tragic reminder of, you know, that a tragic event like this had to happen to, you know, get better laws to safeguard the rights of workers. So let's just stay silent for a second and listen. Here, let's go right to like.
Yeah. Just as we were showing the names, it said take note.
Just pause it for a second, James. Pause it
Okay.
for a second.
All right.
Because let's go around the other. We'll try for more presents. So March 25th, 1911, guys. 146 workers died. And this beautiful memorial, there's the engravings, and then if you look down here, every one of them was killed. Everybody who jumped was killed. You could see the names reflected here. Let's read some of them. Katerina Maltese, Lucia Maltese, some Rosaria Maltese, the whole family. Oh my God, look, 39 years old, 20 years old, and 14 years old, because they put how old they were. She was just a child, so it was the mother and two daughters. Katerina Maltese, 39 years old, the mother, and Lucia Maltese, 20 years old, her daughter, and Rosaria Maltese. I'm assuming that it was her daughter. Oh my God. Sadie Nussbaum, 18 years old. So 14 is the youngest I've seen. Gaetana Midolo,
There's a
15 years old.
Pascalo Licho.
There's Annie Pack, 18 years old. Fanny Rosen, 21. Dozens of girls were hanging from the ledges, their dresses on fire. They were leaping from the windows, said the police captain.
Stand the lines. Daddy, the tiger's coming.
Oh, the Lady Thula, we just gave Hudson treats from those little bocce. We still have a couple of bocce treats left.
Can you hear?
Oh, look at that.
It says, can you hear?
It just picked up. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Guys, there are ghosts here. There are ghosts. They're reaching out to us. There, smashed on the sidewalk, were the beautiful faces of those who were my neighbors at the machines. Dora Apelskalka, blouse maker, who she was lucky to survive, but oh my God. There's Sonia Wasowski, 17 years old. Yeah, so I think that was one of the youngest that we saw was
14.
at 14. So guys, look at this beautiful memorial. But you can understand why this is one of the haunted sites of New York City. Because all the women and children. I mean, in this case, it looked to me like the mother, Katerina Maltese, at 39 years old, and then the daughter, Rosaria Maltese, 14, and probably her other daughter, or Lucia Maltese, 20 years old. And there's a 15-year-old, Rose Mel. So there's another 14-year-old, Kate Leone. Kate Leone, 14 years old, guys.
I don't understand.
Yeah, keep reading the names. The ghosts want to be
are in
remembered.
here.
So these are all the women that
It's a
women and
reflection.
children who died,
was one of them.
and they engrave them
see.
up there, and then they reflect in the black granite.
Got it.
It's pretty, right?
It's very creative.
Yes, it is. So one of your relatives was passed away here? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Read David Von Dreely's book, Triangle. He did all the work. I'm sure there are others.
Did you find their names yet?
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I guess it's alphabetical, so. So looks, guys, from what we've been reading, the names, Sarah Brodsky, 21 years old. Ida Brodsky, 15 years old. Perhaps they were sisters. families got wiped out here. The youngest person that we saw was age 14. I mean, you know, that's a child. Should not be working and nobody should be working in conditions like that. Being locked in. Nettie Driansky, 21 years old. Kalman Donik, 24 years old. Constantina Franco, 15 years old. Grazia Maria Floresta, 30 years old. Bertha Greb, 25 years old. Lena Goldstein, 22 years old at the time of her death. Esther Goldstein, 20 years old. So I don't know if they were part of the same family. You know, Goldstein's a common name, but they could have been part of the same family. Mary Goldstein, 18 years old. Yetta Goldstein, 20 years old. Yeah, so 14 was the years old was the youngest. So think about it, guys. They jumped from their depths because the fire was so hot, and they just jumped from the 9th floor. So let's count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're at the top floor. Yeah. Radhika says, I can't believe it, to be 14 years old and working in horrific factory conditions. Yeah, I mean, this is the life, you know, I always tell people New York is built on immigrants. You know, many immigrants came here to try to make a better life for their families, for themselves, for their children. And I mean, it's very moving. 2 of his relatives, you know, he's touching the wall, tragically passed away. So that was really moving to see. Yes, they were held responsible. Let me read you what happened. So this 10-story neo-Renaissance loft building designed by New York architect John Woolley was built in 1900 to 1901 for Joseph Ashe. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory occupied the building's top 3 floors. And in 1909, Triangle employers initiated the first large-scale strike of women workers in the country, but workers' demands for increased fire safety were not met. So they did go on strike in 1909. And then on March 25th, 1911, a fire swept through the factory, claiming the lives of 146 garment workers. Prompted by the outrage of reformers and labor unions, notably the ILGWU, the New York State enacted legislation to safeguard the health and safety of workers. These laws subsequently served as models for national labor and safety reforms. The building's facade was largely undamaged by the fire. And in 1929, Frederick Brown donated the building to NYU, which named it in his honor, and it's been used ever since as an academic building. And it was just recently, last year, that they unveiled this beautiful memorial.
Yes, explain how it works again with the names.
Yeah, so guys, the memorial, if you're just joining in, we are at one of the most haunted sites. I mean, this is all seriousness. You know, we kid around with, you know, looking for spirits and looking for ghosts, but this is a very serious incident that happened here, where this 146, mostly women and children, perished in this fire. But what they did is they created this beautiful memorial where you see the metal. They put metal around the edge of the building, and etched in the metal, engraved in the metal, are the names of the victims. And then the light comes through, and then it reflects on the black granite below, so you can read the names. It's a really, you know, fitting tribute. And then what they did is they put quotes from survivors and people that witnessed it. The window was too crowded, and they would jump and they would hit the sidewalk. Every one of them was killed. Everyone who jumped was killed. That was the Secretary of Labor talking about what happened here. So it's a truly tragic event. Yeah, it's nobody. The owners of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, you know, they didn't go to jail or anything, but ultimately it did lead to labor reforms. So there is some good that came out of this tragic event. You know, it's new concepts of social responsibility and labor legislation help make Americans' working conditions the finest in the world. That's the International Ladies Garment Workers Union. So that's the union is the ILGWU, International Ladies Garment Workers Union. And there's Hudson paying tribute.
Yes, we got a couple hits.
Yeah, it's a very well-made memorial. Joseph Taylor says it in a trial of business owners that the owners were not found guilty. Yeah, it's crazy. Nick G says, yes, we learned a lot from this tragedy. So, we kid around and like we're having fun with the ghost tube app, but
This is part of October.
but this is a serious moment as well. Let me show you. I'm going to back up again just to show you, how tall this building is. And the Triangle Shirtwaist factory occupied the top 3 floors, and they jumped from their death. Yeah, Hudson's relaxing with the ghost. So we had fun, but we also want to. Right, it's a solemn place as well. Right here on Washington Place at the corner of Green Street. That's the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. And James and I have been here on the anniversary of it. And
they ring a bell on the fire truck.
Right, they ring a bell on the fire truck, and it's a very moving time.
People dress up in period.
Right,
garb.
people dress up in period clothes. And they pay their respects. A lot of family members come and they pay their respects. Yeah, the hook and ladders only went to the 6th floor. And Joseph Taylor, that's true. And what the plaque says is that they all died within the first 15 minutes. Like the fire was so hot and it was so horrific that they just jumped out the windows. I mean, nobody wants to be burned alive, so they just jumped out the windows. That was the only way out because they had sealed the doors. It's very, very tragic indeed. Thank God Almighty, says shout out to those who lost their lives. Yes, Nick G, the owners of the factory had locked the doors so the girls could not get out because they had accused the girls of stealing. And they kept them locked in.
Notions.
I mean, they said there was 2 reasons, because they accused them of stealing, and they were also kept them locked in because they said they would take frequent breaks, like to go to the bathroom or to go to lunch. Like they basically made them work all day, locked inside the room. They wouldn't give them a break, so they locked them inside. Yeah, the author's name is David Bondrell. That's what the gentleman was talking about. Yeah, helped change labor laws. So, yeah, the fire that changed America. Yeah, CAK 813. That was the relative of one of the Triangle Shirtwaist victims. Was there, and he let us know about that book.
I have to.
So, guys, we hope you enjoyed. Let me get Sweet Boy Hudson here too. We hope you guys enjoyed this spooky tour, and even though we had ended on a serious note, we will be doing more haunted tours throughout the month of October. We have lots of things planned for you, so please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to our channel, free. And thanks for the super chat and super stickers. We really appreciate the love and
fantastic
support.
job today, guys.
Yeah, you did a great job today.
Happy Sunday.
And tomorrow, don't worry, guys, we will be doing our Monday Mayhem usual live stream. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you soon, guys.
Bye, guys.